Rick Daddy here from Rice Boy TV. I have video guy Will Rogie with me. He wants to buy this 95 240SX as our 4th project car in our fleet. But it's a little bit beat up, so we want to take it to my boy Aaron Casson at the Import Car Doctor, have it inspected, make sure everything's safe for him to drive around on the streets.
Alright Aaron, I'm thinking about buying this 240 and I want to bring it to you to make sure it's okay mechanically.
Okay, you mean like a certified inspection where we do bumper to bumper inspection, check out the engine bay, under the car, suspension, brakes, interior?
The first step is for Aaron to take the car on a test drive.
One thing I will tell you though, the clutch does feel pretty good. Doesn't feel low. Suspension feels pretty solid. The brakes are spongy. Wow, the brakes is down to the ground. That's not good. So while I'm in here, I want to take a look at a few things, you know. Check all the electricals inside. Defrost, it's fine. Okay, all the seatbelt checked out fine.
Aaron puts the car on the lift so we can check everything underneath, pull off the wheels, and check the brakes. There's a lot of things that can be found under the car that you can't see. Aaron sees that the rack and pinion system is leaking, so it's probably a good idea to replace that. After walking around under the car, we find that it's moist by the oil pan and the rear differential, so we'll probably need new gaskets for both of these. Aaron pulls out the spark plugs to inspect them, then moves on to the compression test.
So Will, what I'm going to do right now, do a compression test, do a 3 out of 3, you know, and then get the highest compression or average compression and see where the ring sits on this thing. Compression test will tell you the wear on the cylinder walls as well as the oil seals on your piston rings and stuff like that. So it's always good to know, especially with a car that's over 100,000 miles. 180, you want to see consistency too. 182, and you only want a variance of 10% from the highest compression to the lowest compression. Pretty good so far. 180, 182, and 182. Pretty consistent 180 though. That's good. I'm going to pressurize the cooling system. Make sure it's going to hold pressure.
The cooling system is pressurized to see if there's any leaks. Sometimes small cracks in hoses won't open up until they're under pressure. The brake pedal was a little bit mushy, so we pulled out the calipers and I noticed the seals were bad inside. They're leaking brake fluid everywhere. It's either time to replace these or rebuild them. Aaron finishes the inspection and delivers the final results to Will.
Good news, bad news, of course, you already walked through the whole thing with me. Compression test, you can see its average was about 180 throughout all cylinders, and you can see the standard right here, it calls for 179, so really good. So there's a few things that came out of this inspection on your car. We know that you have a good engine, the rings are still good, so if you decide to just stay with this engine for a while before you swap it out, then you know you're okay. Trailing is still good, you know, the synchros are good, the clutch feels pretty good, except I recommend that maybe we just might want to bleed the system. Of course, we would have to replace the calipers in the front and the rear.
Would you recommend that I buy the car then?
It's a good buy. You're going to always spend a little bit of money on a used car, and this is actually not too bad at all.
Thanks a lot, Aaron.
All right, thank you, Will.
Now that this 240SX is part of our Rice Boy TV project car stable, make sure you check back frequently for updates on it. Hell, you can even let us know what you want to see. KA or SR motor, stock front end, or an S15 conversion. All that fun stuff. You tell us, and we'll make Will do it.